Hey love, hey love, hey love. I'm Jessie C. Love, teacher love, coach love. Stupendous Sunday to you, the last Sunday of October 2021. It is October 31st. This is the Sun Price Save Our Marriage Empowerment segment. Some ways we do that is with prayers, reflections, inspiration, innovation, courageous conversation, encouragement, enlightenment, evolvement. I am on episode 245 of 365. An assignment, not about perfection, for healthy-minded husbands and wives who brought their self-reliance and independence together to become interdependent, build a bridge, open up some doors, and lifting one another up without tearing down or causing harm. You're all in. I know these aren't for everyone, so I thank you for gifting me with some of your time as I gift you with some of mine. We're on day number 304. And it says, love establishes guidelines. Look, I'm about to do something new. Even now, it is coming. That is in Isaiah 43:19. Some couples enter marriage trying to replicate what they experienced growing up and observe from their parents. Oftentimes, it is not a good replication. Some of us didn't see positive marriages. So we're the ones that have to be disciplined and determined to create a new generational blessing, to be different, to be all in. That's why, part of me, my great grandmother, I promised her I would never shack, ever. If I wasn't married, I wasn't going to be living with anyone because that's not something that she wanted for anyone in her legacy. She didn't want that. She didn't want it. So I made the promise as the oldest great-grandchild that it was something I would never do. Now, whether or not I'm meant to be married, at this point, Lord, I'm good. What I'm not going to do is go against my promise and my beliefs. I'm not going to play anymore. I've done that, playing around, playing house, playing like a wife without being a legal wife, and that paper matters. It matters a lot. So we have to look at our upbringing and look at it from the best possible way. We got to swing that pendulum and do as many actions that are different from our parents as possible if it's not something positive that we saw. We got to be different. We have to choose to be different. You're supposed to get greater with the next generation, not falling back, which is why I love marriage when I see healthy marriages from my standpoint. Now, if they doing something totally different behind closed doors, I don't know anything about it. The healthy husbands and wives that I talk to, I pop up on them sometime, or at least I used to, because I was like, I needed to see. Are you living what you taught? Or is this just for show when you're out and about? And when you pray about it, depending upon your relationship, especially with this being an assignment, I asked God to show and reveal because I had to, because the book, now if they've strayed away from what I originally knew, then that ain't got nothing to do with what I already saw. So, the best lessons that we can learn from folks is to emulate what is positive and glorifies our Creator, and then what not to do. As a public classroom educator, a lot of parents that didn't take time with their children showed me what I did not want to happen whenever I had mine, whether I have them alone or I'm married, whether I birth them or I adopt. And then I had those that showed me what I did want, what was possible. Dedication, discipline, determination, love, and what it can bring forth with those little people. The truth is, even the best of parents make mistakes in raising their family or mistakes, as I say, because there's no book on it. There's no book on how to be a parent. Oftentimes we learn by example. You learn by looking elsewhere to see. Is that something that I want to do? Yeah, no. Can do that differently. Okay, I see that right. No, no, no. That's not going to work. We're going to talk about this and figure something else out that will be more conducive to the legacy that we really want to leave. How we want to be remembered beyond a grave marker or just people talking about us. No, something else has to be there. It ain't just going to be somebody saying, well, they did such and such. No, you're going to see evidence. You're going to see evidence. There may be much to emulate in your mother or father. We have to be wise to learn from their good example and build upon their strength, and also build upon their struggles so that we don't continue them. Our calling is not to become a mirror image of anybody else's marriage, as loving as it may be. No matter how many different marriages I see, talk to, and I'm around, I don't want their story. No, sir. No, ma'am. Because you don't know what it took for them to get to where they are. I don't want their story. Take the good, listen to the not so good, and learn from it. Yeah. God did not give us the parents that God did give us the parents who raised us. We don't get to choose that. We choose who we call our friends. With the parents that raised us, whoever they may be, even if it's ones that we didn't want, or we would, I wish I was raised by somebody else. Okay. You're going to take that up with the Lord. For real. What we have to do is build upon their successes while avoiding their so-called failures, what they failed in order to get to the success. Because, we failed our way to success. Build upon their successes, especially when they're open enough to talk about them. A lot of folks don't even want to talk about what it is that they did wrong and the turns and twists that they did that were unnecessary. It's like you created this twist and turn that didn't have to be. Some people feel like if it's going smoothly, then there's something wrong and I got to throw a wrench in it because I'm just not used to it. You ain't got to be that way. We don't have to be that way. We have to break the chains of generational sins, generational curses, completely forgive our parents, move on so we can get to the generational blessings. Woo! We have to submit our life to the Creator and the guidance of our Creator's word. When we draw up the rules for our own family, following what the source wants for us, that's the greatest ideal and standard that we can have. All right? Today's dare is, if possible, invite either of your parents or an older godly couple, we've heard this before, out on a double date with you and use the treasure hunters list in the appendix to learn from their experiences. So I'll give you a couple of those from that treasure list. A couple of questions it asks. 1, what are some habits or decisions you made that really helped your marriage? 2, what is something wives wish, or you as a wife wish that your husband better understood about women? What is something you as a husband wish that your wife better understood about men? And then lastly, in your opinion, what is a top error or mistake that couples make that hurt their marriage? Thank you for gifting me with some of your time on this stupendous Sunday, the last Sunday of October 2021. It is October 31st, 2021. No, I didn't want to be on camera today. I'm not feeling well, and other than being able to mask my voice, my face wouldn't mask the pain. So instead of avoiding doing the assignment, I don't have to be on camera. Walk in love, talk in love, look in love, speak in love, do everything in love, lead in love and with love, follow in love and with love. As much as lies within you, make it a lovely day, not just for you, find someone else and help them have a lovely day too, because you may be the only example of love and God that they see today. Be love for this episode 245, I think. Lord says the same. I will see y'all on a magnanimous Monday, the first day of November. Be love.